Point with Mike, Leo, and Vince.
Hey guys, this is To The Point podcast, episode 88, right? We double checked because we were second guessing ourselves.
What's up, Vince? What's up, Mike?
Not much.
I'm Leo, one of your hosts from To The Point podcast.
I'm Vince. And this is Mike.
Yeah. And it's To The Point podcast. We are streaming on our Rumble channel, Facebook, YouTube, X, and whatnot. And we had a big announcement to make this week, and hopefully everything is working out okay. I don't see anything, but that doesn't mean...
Don't forget to hit that like button and that share button for sure. You know, like we've always said, it doesn't take anything, doesn't cost anything. Just hit that like button, hit that share button. You know, that's all we ask for. We don't ask for anything. You know, we're just here to speak whatever's going on in the real world. You know, I don't need somebody else telling me what to do and how not to do it.
All right. So this is what, October 1st, right?
Yeah.
Leo, and it's your birthday. How old are you?
36.
37. 37. You were
37.
36. You're now 37. October 1st, 2024.
For sure.
There's a lot of big news in the headlines, big news for us. I don't know what's going on with our stream.
Big news everywhere, man. You know, like it's just... It's aggravating and it's frustrating and it's all of the above. You know, it's just like... It's just... We're being looked at as America's... What is it? America's most funniest videos. That's what we're being looked at as right now, you know? Like, it's like, look at these fools. Literally.
What are you talking about as far as like the way the country's being ran?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Like, literally.
Other countries have been laughing at who's running our country now for the last 4 years.
For some reason, we're having an issue with our virtual camera. It was working just fine when we were testing it. Let's see what happens here. I don't know what's going on. It was perfectly fine. So right now, folks at home cannot see us. It's possible they can't hear us. So I'm going to make an adjustment. You're in a stream with audio only. Sorry if you're at home. This is our first time using the software. I'm going to try something different.
But for sure, Vince, anyways, have you seen what's going on, Vince?
Talking about the port closure?
Just everything. Port closure, hurricane disaster, people losing their lives over a hurricane, tropical storm, mudslides, all of the above, man. Like, didn't I tell you last episode or something like that? I said that John, over from our friends from TGI Now podcast, he had said that after September 25th, something was going to happen. There was going to be a shift. And there was, and there is, and it's happening, you know. Started out with the Kanye or the P. Diddy, whatever is going on with all that.
Yeah, some more stuff has surfaced. It's been a while since we really heard a lot.
Right, you know, but it's just little bits and pieces, you know. They like just try to get your brain to focus this way and try to get your brain to focus that way, you know. And it's just it's just ridiculous. It's just like, come on, man. Like, what else is out there? You know, what else are they gonna tell us now? You know, like look at this guy that was saying no, he's gonna shut the ports down and this and that, and it's just like, come on, dude, really? Like, here's a fucking pacifier. What do you want? What do you need? Here you go.
Well, it's like
let's keep it running.
Oh yeah, I mean, but it's like if you watch the video of him, he just comes across as like
an asshole.
Well, he comes across almost like a terrorist. Like he's like,
yeah, I understand.
He's holding the country ransom almost. Like,
and he
knows it,
and he kind of is
laughing about it. Like, let's see what happens.
Right, and he kind of is, you know, and I'm sure in 15, 20 years he's going to look back at it and be like, oh, I shouldn't have said the words that I said. But, well, you know what? You spoke, you said it, you said what you had to say, and that's how you were feeling at the moment. And it is what it is now, Vince. He can't return that. He can't fucking rewind his words back with what he said. Same with us. That's
Catch
why
me
we're
up.
here.
Where are we at? I was trying to figure out why our virtual cam isn't working.
The idiot guy that
Buckeye McGroin said evening, y'all.
The idiot guy that spoke up and saying that he was going to shut all the ports down and stuff like that. That it's
the
just
union
like,
leader.
That it's just like,
I
come
had
on,
that
bro.
video,
like,
but for some reason OBS isn't cooperating.
It's just like, come on, man. Like,
as you can see, we're using a backup.
And I understand he had this discussion or had this interview with somebody, and I'm sure he said it with frustration at the time. You know, I'm sure he's going to look back at it 10, 15 years later on and say, yeah, maybe I should have went a different direction or I should have used different words. But It is what it is. See, that's just how he was feeling at the moment, you know. So now what are we going to do?
I don't know.
What does he want?
I don't know. I heard even though Biden said he wasn't going to sign whatever it was, it would push it off for
course
another
he's
90
not.
days.
Of course he's not.
Now,
You know why he's not
now
going
I'm-
to sign it,
Now
Vince?
I'm hearing though that he might have already changed.
You know why he's not going to sign it?
Because he wants to fuck up the country.
Because we're America. If it was Ukraine, if it was any other country, where to be money being shipped over there or fucking wired there quick and easy. But no, right? None of those countries are sending money towards this way, huh? To help us out. Not none of them. They're all quiet.
I gotta fix that because it's bugging
You know.
me. Hang on.
What is it?
That camera right there.
Quiet right now, you know. There's no money coming this way. And I don't think there should be any money going out either at this moment. You know, we got the hurricanes that happened there in Georgia, North Carolina. And it's just ridiculous. It's just like, come on, man. It's just my opinion.
And Trump's already been in North Carolina and some of these areas that
This
are.
wouldn't have happened if he was in the office. I'll tell
Well,
you that.
he's been there and visited. Kamala hasn't, and Biden still hasn't.
I heard a joke the other day that you know why you never see Kamala around?
What's that?
What's that?
What's Biden's dog's name?
I don't know. Tell me.
The canine he has?
I'm not sure.
Copper or something like
I
that?
have no idea.
Yeah, that's why she's never around, because there's a dog there at the house.
Oh, because the dogs don't like her. That's horrible. Whatever. I mean, whatever. For you guys just tuning in new to us, we are streaming to the Patriots Prayer Network. This is our first night. To the Point Podcast had joined the network. We like what Eddie's doing. We're a fan of the shows and the hosts they have going on the network, and we're thrilled to be a part of it. We apologize for the hiccup right now. I'm using backup stuff, so this is crashing on me, but no excuses. But we're glad to be streaming to the Patriot Prayer Network's Rumble, which you should follow, because after this episode on Rumble, our episodes will be streamed to their channel only. You can still follow us on YouTube, Facebook. Definitely follow us on X, and follow Leo on Rumble and all that. But
Yeah, for sure.
we're thrilled to be with the Patriot Prayer Network. I suggest you check them out. We're made a good friendship with Dale. I can't pronounce his name, and I might be able to, but I don't want to butcher it. But two guys, one coop, and they introduced us to Eddie, and I'm glad for that opportunity on the platform. But you okay over there, Leo?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyways, moving on. We got a lot of headlines because tonight there's a vice presidential debate. As soon as we wrap it up at 7:30,
Yeah.
within a half hour, I believe, those guys at the Patriot Prayer Network will be doing a debate watch party and commentary on the vice presidential debate between J.D. Vance and Tim Walz. Walz? I think it's
Walz?
Walz. He's the Minnesota
Walz.
governor. Minnesota governor. It's the guy's very strange. There's a lot going on there, but there will be debate commentary on Patriot Prayer Network's Rumble channel and X. So make sure you follow the Patriot Prayer Network, and that's where you'll be able to find our live episodes going forward. Also, we're glad to be on board. Anyways, the debate, we can talk about that. What about the hurricane? I saw an update just before we went live. 160 dead so far, and they're still
Yeah,
searching.
still
searching.
That's
It's
sad.
horrible, man.
Yeah,
Horrible.
I heard
So
there's-
deep inland, you wouldn't think a hurricane is
Yeah.
gonna affect that. You know,
It was
I
just
heard, I heard there's one town that's completely underwater and they're still missing. They're just missing so far. Still like at least 60 people.
Just so much water, man.
That
It's
they
just
haven't
the
even
storm
found
just had
yet.
so much water. It's just
Yeah.
unbelievable, man. It's just crazy. You know.
I
and
was
also,
I was
if it
just
hasn't-
there.
And also, if it hasn't rained, or if it has rained, you know, that soil could be soft.
Yeah.
That just any little rain,
I was just there
just
4 or
more
5
rain is
4 or
just-
5 days
just
before it
finishes
happened.
all. Yeah,
So
that's
glad
crazy.
it didn't come when I was there. That would have sucked.
Could you imagine that, Vince? No, you can't. You already had.
Where
it.
we were,
You
up
already had.
we
shit
would have been
going on.
probably blocked in for a little while. Trees
Oh,
down
yeah,
on the
for sure.
roads because we were way up in the mountains.
Yeah, for sure. That's crazy.
yeah. Dale and Jim are awesome.
That's crazy.
It's horrible, man. Just like total towns washed away, history gone.
For sure.
160 dead. Probably one of the deadliest hurricanes America's probably seen. I don't know, in the past couple decades.
Yeah, it's been a while since we had something that bad. I mean, the last time that I can remember anything like that, I think is in Louisiana, something like that. I think it was
Katrina.
Katrina. I think that's
Was
the
it
last,
that? I don't know if it was that many dead. I mean, it was definitely devastating.
right? But I can't remember. Yeah, after that, it's just crazy, you know. But yeah, Mike, we were talking about the guy. We were talking about the guy that was saying, "What happened?" We were talking about
Nothing,
the.
you're good.
Oh, we were talking about the guy that put a stop to the ports and stuff like that. That that it's just like Vince was saying that it does come off of as a
Thir-
as a
1,392 died in Hurricane Katrina.
so far.
Wow.
How many?
That's Katrina.
Yeah.
Oh, Katrina.
Yeah, that was a
Wow.
mess. That was definitely
that
a
was
mess.
So
Union guy. I
yeah,
have
the-
that video, and I wanted to play it for guests at home, but like I said, I'm using brand new software. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Sorry.
Cool. Yeah, I can't even figure out how to get
But
rid
yeah,
of the
Vince was saying
camera
that
label.
Yeah, Vince was saying that he came off kind of what'd you say, Vince? That he came off kind of what?
He came across kind of
Like a
dictatorship, like a terrorist.
Almost like a domestic terrorist with
Yeah.
his rhetoric. It was like he can shut down. He can shut down America.
Right.
If they don't go back to work.
So all these ports, they're all where were they all going to be shut down from?
The whole eastern seaboard and the Gulf Coast. So everything from Houston all the way around Florida up to Maine. The union includes 50,000, I think it's ILA members.
And when they say ports, it's all those ports where they have like all those containers and stuff like
shipping,
that, right?
Yes.
bringing in
All
shipping
those big
containers.
and stuff.
Now I don't know who the ILA actually supports as far as their employees, what fields they're in. I don't know if they're in the cruise line industry. I don't know if it's just port work like trucking and crane operating. I don't know. But 50,000 people on strike right now, and
It's quite a bit of them.
this guy,
Yeah,
I can't.
That's a shit ton. Of
I
people.
wish I could. Wish I knew where to pull it up at. Let's see here. Oh, here. Hold on. Sorry, album, y'all.
Don't know
Yeah.
Let's play this.
Stuff first.
See if this works here. I don't know if the audio is coming through or not. I don't think it's even playing.
I hear music in the background.
But yeah, he definitely came across
Anyways.
sounding like somebody that was holding America hostage.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. Like I said, I think he used wrong words. He could have used better words.
Yeah, there was another
Yeah.
video I had of a woman, that was wife of an ILA member, and she's like, "Listen up." She's like, "I'm a Trump supporter. He's a Trump supporter."
Right.
The bottom line is these big billion-dollar companies failed on their contract. They in their last contract signing, it's every 6 years, they agreed to no automation, and it's like job security for these port workers. Well, I guess these companies went back on that and they added automation. So now they're back at the drawing board, and the auto workers wanted to start off at a 77% pay increase over 7 years or 6 years, which is phenomenal. I believe they were offered a 50%, and they're going back and forth. But this is how things go. The president can step in and make them all go back to work for 90 days. But the problem's still there, and the rumors are still going to be there that the president is buddies with this union president. So it's hard. You want the most for the worker, but then again, some of these wise guys have a lot of power in these positions.
Right.
I don't know. I've never worked for a union. I don't have anything bad to say about a union. I
you
just
thi-
don't
do you-
believe they should be able to have a monopoly on a region or a market.
Do you think
Just like companies.
Right. Do you think that is the perfect timing for this to happen?
Oh yeah, for conductors of this grand symphony of things. Yeah,
Yeah. Do you
Oh,
think
yeah.
It's the perfect time.
perfect time. Natural disaster, election season, major distrust in government. You name it. You name it. Society's in collapse as you know it. Right now, you got Iran attacked Israel tonight. Again, I'm not sure exactly how to figure out which one I'm sharing, but this might be it. Yeah, this is about the strike in all of our ports right now. I didn't know I had options to share all these from this platform, but
I think we're getting closer and closer
Here we
to
go.
World War III being a real possibility.
Yeah, well, Iran
I mean-
launches barrage of missiles at Israel today. Israel's been attacking
When
Lebanon.
you say we're fixing to get into World War III, like what do you mean? Like tell me.
Like actual troops on the ground, like somebody either attacks us or vice versa. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're on the brink of possible civil war too, depending on what happens coming up in the next few months. What if we're fighting ourselves and all of a sudden we're being attacked by other countries, some of which from within.
Well, we're in a day and age of fifth generational warfare. We already are. Cyber attacks that you don't hear about and the ones you do hear about.
What happens when from within they shut us down? Like you said, imagine social media, everything go down for a day. What
Well,
if
it has. Look at Instagram.
what
Look at all those
what if they
big
shut off?
platforms that have shut down for like hours and stuff like that. And people.
Oh
freak
yeah,
out,
there
you
was
know?
just the other day. I think AT&T or Verizon major
Right.
shutdowns for Verizon.
What if
I
they
know
shut down?
AT&T
What if all of
went
a
on
sudden the
strike
bank
too.
shut down? All your money's frozen.
I mean, we've talked about it on the podcast before, Vince. You know it's gonna happen.
These
It's
other
gonna
countries
happen.
are controlling that stuff.
It's gonna happen. I mean, how many banks are really out there anymore? Everything is through online. Everything is online service. Everything is take a picture of your check, and it's gonna be in your bank account within 24 hours or 72 hours or whatever it is. You know,
Yep.
it's already
I
happening.
never
It's
write a
happening,
check
man.
anymore.
No, you don't. You
Pay
don't
everything
need to.
online.
Yeah, that's all you do.
Yeah,
A check, it's like
well.
a once in a blue moon thing when you're like paying somebody to get some work done at your house.
Right.
But even most time, then it's still a card.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, they're wanting everybody to move over to digital currency. So, I mean, we know it's inevitable. Does that make you want to get in on it early? I mean, the network we're now streaming to promotes a Trump token, which, I mean, if there's some value to it and you can,
Right.
there's some purpose to it.
So
If I feel like I can
But do you think
benefit financially
society
from
can
it,
run on it? Do you think we can transition society to
I
a
don't think so
digital
because
concurrent?
listen. So
I
the other
think we
day,
can.
so you know how people get those phone calls. It's like, oh, your insurance, this and this and this and that, right? So I get a phone call the other day saying that my insurance is on my house is, they can insure my appliances, they can insure my dishwasher, all my appliances they can insure for a cost of, a minimum cost of whatever it was, like $50 or whatever it was, So the guy's telling me all these perks about it and this and that, and I'm like, well, how much is it? And he's like, well, it's $50 a month, and then we go out there every 2 months and we check your appliances, make sure they're running properly. If they need anything, we fix it right there and then at no cost. Da, 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 da. Like, all right, well, do you guys accept Bitcoin? And then he's just like, we don't. I was like, well, I live overseas and I have homes in America, so everything that I do a transaction through Bitcoin.
Leo was fucking with him.
Well, because he was trying to fuck with me. That's exactly what he was doing. He was like,
Yeah.
he was like using me. He wanted to take my money and not get anything in return. And that's exactly what's happening in the
Yeah.
world right now. Like everybody just, oh, we need some money. Oh, we need help. Oh, we need this. They know where to
Everything-
turn.
Everything's a con nowadays.
Everything is a con. They know where to turn.
Any
but yeah,
any link on your phone, you got to think
Everything.
twice about clicking on it.
So then he's like, oh no, we don't accept Bitcoin. I'm like, well then, sorry man, I guess we can't do business. He hung up on me.
I do believe it can happen.
It's gonna happen.
I hope it doesn't. It's probably the inevitable.
It's gonna happen, and whoever has cash, coins, and stuff like that, keep them. Don't give them away, man. Because whenever they say cash is king, they mean it. Cash will be king at one point. I know it will, Mike. Come on, man.
Yes, let me
it's-
position this.
I've always
copy
wanted
here.
to
like,
invest in gold.
Sorry for all the wires. Usually it's
I've
you
goes
always
always want to
easier.
invest in
I've
gold.
always wanted to invest in gold, buy coins.
Well, you can, and we can set you up with some of our friends. I know our friend over at Binford Chronicles has got some contacts or knows a lot about that kind of thing. So, yeah, you can always find out more about that. But what did we cover? We covered Hurricane Helene, 160 dead. The ILA strike, 50,000 workers on strike. Iran attacks Israel, which is, some say, are like you said, Vince, World War III. Plus, you got the mess going on with Zelensky. We saw Zelensky meeting with Trump and Harris and Biden last week.
Did you just say Biden? Biden.
The Waltz
Ah,
and Vance debate. I don't know if you guys are going to watch tonight. You guys might be on the road, but
Well, I was trying to get home so that I could watch it at my
Yeah.
comfort at my house. You know.
yeah.
Nice
Well, it
AC,
goes till
just relax.
10:30, so check it out.
I'm
I'm
definitely
sure
in.
it's streaming on Rumble.
For
You're better off watching it on Rumble than you are on a regular TV network. Don't give them the views, but watch it on the Patriot Prayer Network. As a matter of fact. You might see one of us there, you might not. I'm not sure how it's going to work, but yeah. So Waltz. So you got Vance, who's a Marine, who's seen combat, who's actually has military career, and then you have Waltz, who was an Army dropout. He did a lot of training, and
Right.
he made some ranks. I'm not sure, but he dropped out just before his unit was going to be deployed to Iraq, I believe, to run for office. So some say he's an Army dropout.
Right.
I don't know. The
Like he
guy's
was
kind of
avoiding-
crazy.
Like he was avoiding it.
They went to a sports game the other day thinking they were going to get a bunch of cheers, and he got booed out of there.
What does he look like?
I don't know.
Just show me a
Let
picture, and I'll
see.
tell you exactly what's up with him.
Kind of like a weasel.
Let me see.
Like, just show me what he looks like, and I'll tell you exactly what he does. I'm pretty good. You know, I can figure you out in a few seconds. Won't take me that long. I'm a Hispanic, you know. That's a trade. That's a trade that Hispanics have. Just saying. You know, poor fella. You know, Vance is what? How old? 39 years old. A young fella,
I think
man.
he's young. He's going to be the first millennial in the White House.
Damn. What
I
proud
can't
parents?
show
What
just a
proud
picture.
parents? You know, whenever they see him up there and be like, man, that's badass, huh? It's pretty good, isn't it, Vince? Proud parents of.
That's what he looks like, Leo.
Oh shit.
Another.
When I tell you that they're cloning people, Mike, and they have machine to clone people, that's another Joe Biden, man. That's a younger version of Joe Biden, if
There
you
he
ask
is.
me. Look at it. Now put a picture of Joe Biden right next to it, and it's the same.
Picture of Joe Biden ready to go.
I think he's. I mean, in the face, I can see it a little bit.
He's being
but
cloned, man. He's being cloned. They're putting
But,
the brain. They're using the same brain. It's the same brain. Look at it, man. He's good. Come on.
I mean, I will say this: he doesn't have anywhere near the career standing. You know, even leading up before he became president.
Here's JD
Waltz
Vance.
My thing
he's
again-
not even-
my thing again.
Here's JD Vance.
Yeah, I see the guy. I see him.
Sorry that it's
He
kind
looks,
of
he looks good.
different than
Nah,
the usual.
I
overlay.
mean, I'm not saying that I swing that way or anything. I'm just saying, like he looked good up there. Like it's a younger version.
Yeah.
You know, I'm more likely to listen to the younger guy than
One.
I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna listen to the older guy, but he might have a little bit more experience, but he doesn't have the experience of the technology and everything that's going on in my world. as
One
of
thing
right
I
now.
like about Vance
he already lived his world.
he's pro Second Amendment too. He's everything he's ever voted on. He's voted in favor of your Second Amendment. So that's one thing I do like about him, for sure.
You know,
He's pretty well, and he's well spoken for a guy his age too. I mean, he's a really good speaker.
fuck yeah, man. That's what I'm saying, Vince. Like it's just like okay.
And he came up with a hard background, you know.
I mean, even if he didn't come
I
back,
think he was
even
raised
if-
by his grandmother.
Even if he didn't come back from a background, you know, like at this point, what did I tell you, Mike or Vince? I was like, at this point, man, we're living in the best time of our lives.
I
Man.
just-
you could
I
do and
just,
say whatever you want to say.
I just
and-
like to see it though, because a lot of your politicians come up with a silver spoon in their mouth, never
Yeah,
had to
for
work
sure.
for anything, you know. A lot of them, they go to school and then they just can become a politician because it's still like going to school when they get out.
right.
Well, speaking
You
of
know, they can still
politicians,
party
Tim
and-
Waltz supposedly has taken
I'm not saying anything about
almost
old people, but
15 to 30 trips to China over his political career.
who's this?
Tim Waltz, the guy that's
Who is?
running as Kamala Harris's
Vice
vice
president.
president.
See, there you go again, man. Like it's just, I think there should be an age. Like I'm sorry, Trump. Like, but there should be an age.
Hey, Dale or Jim. Hey,
You know-
two guys, one coop.
You know, I that's just my opinion. There should be an age of presidential age of you can only be this age and then that's it.
I
After
think-
that,
I mean, I don't agree with that, but I think you definitely should have
I
some
think
confidence.
because of what we've seen right now from Joe Biden, it's that's definitely going to
Yeah,
be a
that's-
popular belief, because I mean for him right now mentally he's not there.
okay, so then why would
But
they
look
go
at-
ahead and
but
pick
look at-
another
but
person
look
just
at
like him?
Somebody like Trump though, he is all there. He's a smarter man than me. He can run this country better than me. I know that.
Trump? Yeah,
Hey,
it
hey,
definitely depends. But back to Waltz, I mean, his ties to China are a little concerning. With so many trips to China, they got married on the anniversary of Tiananmen Square. Do you remember what that was? That was when there was a big protest and an uprising in China, and the government rolled out the tanks and ran people over, like on live TV
yeah,
and stuff like that. Way before, I think you were.
don't know.
You might
I
have been a
don't
few
know.
years before you were born.
I don't think.
But it was a major time in history,
Right.
and so they picked that day to get married, so it was an easy date to remember. And they keep going back to China, like that's their destination. It's kind of a weird destination. I've got a friend who adopted a daughter from China, and it doesn't seem like anything you would want to go visit.
Yeah.
I'm sure there might be some nice tropical spot, but then again, why is an American politician taking so many trips to China? We already have this issue with Hunter Biden. China gave him $1 billion, I think it was a hedge fund to operate or something like that. So it's a little concerning. Anyways, tonight's debate, again, it's going to be a debate watch party here on this network, Patriot Prayer Network, on Rumble and X. This debate between Waltz and Vance has got some rules, different than what we saw during the Trump and Biden or Trump and Harris debate. So the mics will stay on. It'll be per moderator, so they can decide if they need to cut somebody off and shut the mic off. It's not an automatic. Your mic goes off when you're done.
Right.
There'll be no opening statements. Each candidate will have 2 minutes to answer a question and 1 minute to rebuttal if they were pretty much attacked.
Right.
There'll be no audience, which is kind of par for the course
they
because
didn't used to-
Democrats just are not popular.
Isn't there used to always be an audience back then?
Yes.
Was there always an audience?
Yes. Yes, it wasn't until Biden-Trump they thought they were going to beat Trump at this by not having an audience because he wouldn't have cheerleaders. But it worked in his favor. Same with the mics being cut off. It all worked in his favor.
Is that what it was? Is that why they didn't have...
They thought it was going to hurt Trump's momentum in the
They thought
debate.
he would feed off the crowd.
And look what happened. Where's Biden now?
These people, man, like, I just...
So, like I said, no audience, and the moderators will not fact-check each candidate. So they're not going to play favorites like they did to Trump and Harris.
But
They didn't fact-check Harris. They fact-checked Trump. I think it was 26 times, I think it was.
By the way, I saw a little video somewhere. I don't know where it was. It might have been on Instagram, where they showed where her earring started making like a loud noise while she was doing a speech somewhere.
Yeah.
So they're saying that she wears the same earrings at the debate. They're saying that she's got Bluetooth earrings,
Probably
so that
does.
they
It's
can
probably
so they
wired
can
up, man.
tell her what to say,
She's wired
how to
up, man.
respond.
I wouldn't doubt it. So that'll be interesting. You can catch that here on the
I'd-
Patriot Prayer.
I'd tell them to wire me
Network.
up too. Tell me exactly what to say, because if not, I'd mess up. I'm so sorry. I'd be like, listen, I was born and raised in Indian River County. Yep.
Two Walls of China. Yeah, that's
Yep.
Dale from Two Guys in One Coup. I don't know if Dale will be on the debate watch party, but I know, like I said, they'll be doing commentary tonight on the Patriot Prayer Network. So make sure, if you follow us on To The Point Podcast anywhere, make sure you jump over, follow the Patriot Prayer Network. We're not doing anything different except combining forces on Rumble, and they give us a huge opportunity to see and reach more people and expand
And
what we have fun doing. So
that's what
I'm
it's all-
thankful for the welcome.
That's what it's all about. Try to get more awareness. The more people that can hear opinions that maybe they might latch onto and might open their eyes to something. That's what it's all about. It's a battle.
Yeah, we're running. Usually we
side.
run around an hour-long show. Tonight we're going to cut it short, so we give them plenty of time and space to create their stream and get the ball rolling for this watch party. So we'll probably wrap it up here in a few minutes. I just wanted to throw them out there again. There is sponsors to the network. I don't have that yet, and if I do, I haven't figured it out yet. So I apologize. To definitely check out the Patriot Prayer Network, the Patriot Prayer Podcast, and Two Guys One Coop. There's really good lineup. I don't know if you guys thumbed through the channel at all, but Raising Cane's a pretty good show, and then there's Alexandria 360 and There's a few other really good shows. Eddie's putting together a really good network here on the Patriot Repair Network, and we're glad to be a part of it and hopefully help us both grow. So, you guys got anything else for tonight?
No, I think we're good.
No, I don't think so.
No. All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up, and we thank you for having us again, and don't forget to
Give us a like.
Yes.
Give us a share.
We're going to bail out without an outro because I don't know where it is. Sorry, guys.
Alrighty, guys.
We'll
I
turn
asked,
it up
I asked
later.
Mike before we started if he
Yeah.
felt like he was doing it for the first time again. He's
Yes.
like, yeah.
We literally had an hour with the software. It's a little different, but I'll figure it out. But we're cool. Thank you. October 1st. We'll see you hopefully next week at Wednesday, probably 7:50, 7:55. We got to squeeze in there, too, with a lot of popular people on the network. So we'll see you guys next week for 89.
Yeah, definitely. Alrighty, guys. We'll see you guys.
Peace out. Thank you.
Later.
IRC Washing. We've got you covered. Houses and buildings, concrete and sidewalks, roofs and fences. Available for commercial and residential services. Call or text 772-584-7703 and visit ircwashing.com.